whether it's Gilbert Burns, whether it's Tyron Woodley, whether it's Kobe Covington or Jorge Masvidal. By the time we step in, they have to step, in front of the Nigerian night.
And Champ, what about the time difference in this, in the sense of you all be fighting so early, and what things have you been doing to adjust and prepare for that and get ready for that?
I mean, that's going to be a little tough, but I kind of try.
Are you a morning person, Champ?
I am. I am definitely a morning person. For me, it doesn't really matter, morning or night. I can do them both. It just depends on what the task at hand is. So if I know I have an early boxing session, maybe 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., it's not a problem for me. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go get it done. So I think early morning here, by the time I fight, it's going to be equivalent to nighttime back home. So it really doesn't make a difference. As you guys can see, I can perform at nighttime when I'm back in Vegas. Definitely perform in the mornings when I go to training.
And lastly for me, I'm just curious, did Henry Hoops make the trip now? I know, right, am I right on this, that he was sort of out of the training element of it because you had Gilbert and you, but now that Gilbert's not fighting to be there for the fight, or you have others with you for the fight?
No, my coach is Trevor Whitman. Trevor, I put in the camp with him. Of course, George Santiago, my coach is doing the start. They made the trip. They're here with me.
All right, thank you, Champ.
Thank you.
We'll take our next set of questions from Mojang Wu with Fuku Sport.
Hi, Champ. This is Fuku Sport from China. So when people give credit to Masvidal for taking the fight shortly, people may forget about you. Also the one who has to fight this risk. So we know you have a good training camp, but it wasn't designed for Jorge Masvidal. So what kind of adjustments will you make for him after?
That's the thing about me, the type of fighter that I am, and the style that I fight. It doesn't matter who it is. My style is here to break and dominate each and every opponent, whether you're a striker, whether you're a grappler, whether you're a wrestler, or kickboxer. It doesn't matter what style you have. My goal is to enforce my will.
That sounds awesome. But early in this week, Masvidal said he has one clear front of your skill level. He said no matter how good you are or not, he predicts his fight will be ended by a couple of knockout. So what would you react to interview like this, and what do you think Masvidal? Do you think Masvidal has prepared his for his capacity for this fight?
I mean, that's what they all say. That this is like a lot of everybody's making a lot of. Oh, he's getting a lot of attention, and he's supposed to. At the end of the day, Masvidal is the biggest, baddest opponent that I've faced up to this day, and they're supposed to make a big deal out of it because he's no slouch. I know that he's tough. I know that he's gonna present a different challenge. That's my job. That's why I'm the champion. That's why I'm on top. We've seen previously, my previous opponent said that he was gonna leave me out on a stretcher, just like Masvidal. He said that he would leave me in a pool of my own blood, that they would carry me out on the stretcher. And the opponent before that, Tyron Woodley, said it became the wrestling. He'd kick my ass. Became the jiu-jitsu. He'd break my arm. Became the striker. He would knock me out. We all saw how that turned out. So, it's the story of them. That's what they say. They try to build themselves up. But very quickly when they step in there, their dreams of being champions turn into nightmares very quickly.
Thank you so much, and good luck on Saturday. Thank you.
We'll take our next questions from Nessa McGregor with BBC.
Hey, hello Kamari, how are you doing? Greetings from the United Kingdom. You've mentioned being away from your daughter for a long time and for the first time. How reassuring has all the testing been? How many times have you been tested leading up to the fight?
So far, I've been tested 4 times in this whole process. So from last Thursday to today, 4 times so far, and I believe we have 1 or 2 more to go. So definitely all the precautions have been taken, and after I go out there Saturday and get my hand raised, glad to know that I'll be returning back home to my daughter October 3.
Okay, I've seen a quote from you. You said you're going to bless his face with your fist. 24 minutes. The fight is scheduled for 25. So, would you be disappointed in a first round knockout? Then is this all about punishing a lesson?
That's my goal. Always. That's my goal is to teach a lesson. And it didn't just start with fighting. It started all the way back in wrestling. You know, I'm the type of guy in the wrestling world who I'd rather take a 10 ball over a pin. I'd rather be the guy with such a wide margin. Never, ever dream of competing with you. And so that's kind of how I approach the fight game. Of course, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take it. If I knock him out in the first round, I'm absolutely gonna take it. Go home. But I want to break him. I want to break his spirit. Something about a man. When you break his spirit, you see something about him. Every time he walks by you, he knows. He knows that you want to be the man. So, you know, that's ultimately what I want to do.
And apologies for repeating this question, but it's just for my own purposes. We've already mentioned no fans. And sometimes, you know, when you land that first blow, that what was your opponent, the roar of the crowd. Do you think you'll miss that at all?
I would miss it in the sense of when I watched the whole Covington fight over again. That moment when you finally deliver that blow, that finishing blow, the roar of the, you know, it's great for optics and for the senses, but at the end of the day, you know, that doesn't sway my performance in any way, because when I train, you don't train with the crowd. My sparring sessions, I make sure that there's no one really there. There's no music, there's no outside distractions to where I'm locked in. There's maybe 4 or 5 people there, my training partners and my coaches. So it's not going to make any difference whether there's a crowd or there's not a crowd. My objective is the same.
Okay, and a final question for me. You are the Nigerian nightmare. Every time you fight, you have, you know, punishment on your back. All around the world, recently, we've seen cases about discrimination.
Oh, shit.
A message for, you know, Africa, and also, are you going to do anything to mark Black Lives Matter or show support in any way for any of these causes?
I mean, absolutely. As a black man, not, you know, living in America and just kind of seeing all of the things that have taken place. I mean, we've been seeing it for years. It's just, I'm glad that it's brought to the forefront now, because I think the world is really tired and they just really want to change. And I think, obviously, each and every statement that we continue to make and everything that all the eyes that we bring to the situation and the attention helps in a way where it helps move us forward slowly. And I think by me going out there July 11th and making another statement, like I've made in my past fights, it's going to help.
Okay, great talking to you, and good luck for the fight.
Thank you.
And we will take our next questions from Carlos Contreras with Milenio Diario.
Hi, Kamaru, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, Kamaru, can you just take me for those last 6-5 months where you heard first from Dana that he wanted this fight to happen in fight week, and everything, I mean, I don't know, the pandemics, Gilbert going up, and Jorge not signing the contract. How much has been through your mind after you were, I don't know, maybe think of this fight in February and all that happened all the way through July?
A lot has gone through a lot has gone, you know, happened. This was the next step of my vision, of my plan, my goal. This was next. I initially was headlining, becoming champion, then headlining my own event. What was bigger than that? Headlining the most important weekend in UFC, you know, fight, which is international fight. And I spoke with Dana after the last performance, and this was what he wanted, this was his plan, and I was on board with it. I've been on board since day one. And Dana tried his best to make the fight happen. Unfortunately, their side wasn't able to live up to the things that the contract that they signed and things of that nature. And so they wanted to back out and said that they didn't want to fight. And then, of course, it came to Gilbert, and Gilbert said he wanted to fight. And I'm the champion. I have to take on all challengers, and that's what I plan on doing. Until unfortunate events happen, and now we're here, and this is a fight that should have happened all along.
You know both Jorge and Gilbert for a long time now. Who would you say you know the better as a fighter?
As a fighter, I would say obviously Gilbert. I've trained with Gilbert, and I know how good he is. I know how tough he is. I know how much of a dog he is.
What the fuck?
And so there's that added element there with us knowing one another. With Jorge, he's a talented fighter. Like I said, man, he's good. He's good. He's no slouch. I don't dismiss him by any means. I don't dismiss his skills at all. I think he's a tough competitor, and there's a reason he's been around for so long. Yes, he's had ups and downs in his career, but at this moment, he's the biggest, baddest dude next in line in the face, and I'm fully prepared in the real.
We're all assuming this fight is going to sell more pay-per-views with Jorge, since Gilbert had a big streak, but he's growing popularity just this year. Jorge is a bigger name. Is it true? Is it a bigger deal for you in terms of selling?
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, it takes two to tango. It's not, it's very hard for just one guy to be able to go out there and really sell to the masses. I mean, if I think about it, there's maybe a couple of guys in the history that have been able to do something like that. Obviously, Mike Tyson and kind of we're in a position to where Conor is kind of approaching at this moment. But only for so long can you sell bullshit to the fans. The fans know if you have someone that's worthy of a challenge or not. And the fact that Jorge had such an amazing year last year in 2019, it puts him into that category to where he's the next biggest challenge. And, I'm excited. I can't wait. I think definitely, this is the fight that people wanted, and it's the fight that people are getting.
Thank you, Camaro.
We'll take the next questions from Andreas Hale with Sporting News.
Hey, Kamar, how you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Doing well. So here's my question, because Masvidal's been 5 rounds twice in his career, and he's lost both of those fights. Considering the short notice fight for him, and I know he's been preparing, but he said he had to cut 20 pounds. Are you looking to drag this fight into deep waters? I know there's a sense of satisfaction for you dragging fights out because of your condition.
No, I'm just looking to dominate the fight from start to finish. If I'm dominating the fight and he's tough enough to hang in there, then he might go 25 minutes. But if I'm dominating the fight and he's not tough enough to stay in there, then he might go 5 or 10 minutes. So it's not something that I look forward to, I want to drag the fight out. No, I know I prepared, I'm in good shape, and I know he's prepared. Like, that's the thing, too. People can't forget that. People are thinking, he takes the fight on 6 days' notice. I'm the one guy, the only guy that he had to prepare for. So it doesn't matter whether he took it on 6 days. I know he's been preparing, and I'm not coming in there thinking, he's not in shape or he's not going to be prepared to fight. Yeah, he had to cut 20 pounds, but yes, I had to cut 20 pounds too. I still got over 10 pounds. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, Saturday night, we're going to step in there, or Saturday morning for me, we're going to step in there and we're going to make it happen.
You say you don't see faces when you get ready to fight, but against Colby Covington, after the fight was over, it had to be